Welcome back. It is equinox time. We are in the portal. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you are moving into spring. If you're in the southern hemisphere, like me, you are moving into autumn. Regardless of where you're at, it is this changing of the seasons. And one of the things that I really want to have a talk about in today's video is about trusting in where you're at and trusting in the seasons. Nature is such a beautiful teacher for us. And it really comes into play at this time in the equinox where we meet that equal day and night, and then we move into a new cycle. Just about how much it teaches us that even when things are in flux, even when we might be moving through a challenging time, there is always a period of renewal. There is always regeneration. There is always new growth. So if you're in spring, it's a time when you are beginning to see the fruits of the energy that you have been cultivating manifest into form. I mean, this is when we see flowers open and trees blossom. And if you're in the southern hemisphere and you're meeting autumn, this is the real invitation to release and to let go and to cleanse, whether that's through the tears, whether that's old stuff, whether that's an old identity that you are letting go of. What I want to remind you of through this video is that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And if it's anything that we can learn from this time of year and from this progression that nature shows us, is that nothing is static. Everything is in a cycle of change and flux and death and rebirth. And so the real invitation that you are being asked to embrace at this time is what is birthing for you, regardless, irrespective of where you are in the world, what is birthing through you. We're also in a really powerful eclipse portal. So what is the newness that's coming through you? What is the new identity that you are claiming and you are choosing? If we look at this from a manifestation perspective, the reality that you are living is the one that you are choosing, the one that you are claiming through your feeling, your thoughts, your identity, your beliefs. And if that's not serving you, if that feels like it doesn't resonate anymore, that it's not where you want to be and you're being called to a new timeline, you get to choose, right? You are the main character of your life. So it's never up to life to show us, to choose it for us. We have our own individual sovereignty. We have our own capacity to choose a new alignment, to choose a higher timeline, to claim a new reality. And we do that through our identity. Who would I be if I fully trusted in myself, if I fully trusted in life? What would I be feeling if I knew that my success, my abundance, my fulfillment was not a possibility, but an inevitability? How would I be feeling? What are the feelings that I would be cultivating within myself on a daily? What are the thoughts that I'd be thinking? What is the inspired action I would be taking if I knew that everything was working in my favor? If I knew that life was happening for me rather than to me? And if I decided that I'm moving in collaboration and partnership with that, we are really being asked to trust in the cycles. We're being asked to trust that where we are is precisely, even if there is discomfort and challenge, even if you're in that unknown void, which I know many are, that in between, maybe you're in between realities, the one that is slowly falling away and the new one that is birthing. And we can be in this in between place and it can feel isolating. It can feel lonely. It can feel confusing. We can feel a little discombobulated. And so if you are swimming in those waters, in those unknown waters at the moment, can you let the teachings, the medicine of nature show you that that is part of the cycle of where you need to be right now? And rather than resist it, rather than try to make something happen, rather than even try and predict what's coming, what would happen if you leaned back and you let go and you trusted and you let the tides carry you. This is very surrender experiment. Like, can you trust in life to support you even when you don't know what's happening or where you're going? That is a beautiful opportunity to surrender over to a higher power, to trust that there is a divine plan for your life. There is a higher unfolding, a greater unfolding that is happening, and it wants to happen through you. And the more that we cling on or resist and clench, the harder it's going to be, the longer it's going to take. And what that can sometimes mean quite often is leaning into the discomfort, because our mind wants to know, our mind is going to grip on, our mind is going to tell us all the reasons why we can't trust, that we need to sort it and we need to figure it out. But your heart and your soul, where you channel through your inherent wisdom that is beyond the mental plane, that's even beyond the physical plane, you are part of something that is so much bigger, wiser, more intelligent than what you could conceive with your limited 5 senses. So when we tap into our multi-sensory, multi-dimensional nature, we remember that there is a divine plan that is unfolding in our life, just like the flower unfolds right in its perfect timing. Never before the spring. There is a season that you are navigating right now, and it is the exact season that you are meant to be in. And so can you let yourself be embraced, be guided, be led by the season, and see what it's showing you right now? What is it teaching you? The clinging on is never going to serve. The gripping of the mind always needs to die away when we decide, when we make a decision to embrace our true inherent nature. And our true inherent nature wants us to feel joy just for the sake of feeling joy. It wants us to feel pleasure. It wants us to be playful. It wants us to be in awe and gratitude of the miracles that are around us, of the miraculous nature of life unfolding. And if you stop and pause and take a step outside and put your feet on the earth and look up at the clouds and feel the energy of the trees, you are always going to be reminded of the miracle that you are as a divine soul who has chosen to be here at this time. That is a miracle. So many souls want to be living here on planet Earth. And so at this time, regardless of the season that you're in, regardless of whether you're in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere, how could you learn to let go a little bit more? Because in every season, there is that aspect of letting go. And what is it inviting you to unclench from and surrender and trust in the flow? And then on the other side of that, what is it making room for? What is being birthed through you when you allow it? And allow being the operative word here. We need to be able to surrender and trust in a higher power. And when we do that, we open up the floodgates for that abundance to come in. It already exists. We're not creating it. We're not making it happen. It is already here and it's in your field. And if it's in your field, it is for you. And it's likely coming through as thoughts, as feelings, as desires of what it is that soul is inviting you to embrace, that soul is inviting you to make room for. Your dreams are not too big. They're there for a reason. And they are the guidance that is ushering you into a new era, and one that you can fully claim and embrace because you are worthy of it right now, just as you are. So let me know in the comments, what is the season that you are in at the moment? What do you feel you are being invited to claim and to release? And this might be opening up a book and writing down, this is what I'm no longer available for, because this feels like it's tied into the old identity. And right now I'm being invited to claim bigger vision. I'm being invited to choose a new way. Just this morning, I opened up my journal and I wrote, I am the woman who. I am the woman who. Fill in the sentence, fill in the blanks. You decide that, you craft that, because you are the scriptwriter of your own life. And then you allow, in the letting go of that, because we're not gripping onto that, not attached to it, but in the letting go of that, you let life do its part. You let the universe do its part in bringing into your existence the opportunities and the situations and the people that are resonant with that, resonant with the woman that you are becoming. So I hope this helps. Please subscribe to my channel if this speaks to you, if there is a resonance there, because if there is, it is because this is within you, and I am simply pointing out, I'm illuminating a path and wisdom and guidance that's already alive within you, and I will continue to do that through this channel. Thank you for being here. I love you so much.